Hi there, I'm Scott, and this is GreatScott Knitting, Passover Day 3. So I have been sharing with you guys this week a little bit about Passover and what happens afterwards, which we're kind of in that what happens afterwards business. We're in the counting of the Omer, which talked a little bit about that yesterday. And so I need to count tonight's Omer. So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer hayom shenei yamim laolam laomer. Duh. Sorry. So, blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us with commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. Today is 2 days of the Omer. And today we are talking about or meditating on. So yesterday was the chesed of chesed, the loving kindness of loving kindness. Today it's the gevurah, Givura Shebechesed, the discipline or justice of kindness. When I think of discipline, I don't think of discipline from a sense of teaching someone through negative reinforcement. I think more of the fortitude, the stick-to-itiveness of discipline, a discipline of having a method and a path that you follow. That's what I think of when I think of discipline. And in a sense, that's also what I think of when I think of justice, is that there's a path that we follow that brings us all towards a level of equal treatment. Is what justice is in a sense, that we are all governed by the same consequences, be they positive or negative. So discipline, we're all governed by the same consequences, in a sense, but the discipline being having a method by which one does things, a discipline of kindness. I titled this episode that kindness is a choice. We always say, oh, it's good to be kind. There's a great, tune about that. It's good to be kind in the right measure. And it is, but sometimes being kind is a choice. And I think over the last year, that's something we've been forced to think about and meditate on as a people. And the question is how well are we doing at that? Choosing to be kind. I look at it as this, wearing a mask is a choice of kindness. It's not easy. It requires a discipline. You choose to not only protect yourself, but protect others from you. That's an act of kindness. It's a discipline. It requires forethought and action. And these things are justice too, because this Hebrew term has lots of multiple meanings, as many of the Hebrew terms do. But gevurah has that sense of doing the right thing, and sometimes being kind is difficult to do. We're often, when we might have a desire to lash out and not be kind. It's a thing to remember. It's a thing to meditate on. So tonight's meditation, the discipline in loving kindness. Healthy love must always include an element of discipline and discernment, a degree of distance and respect for another's boundaries, an assessment of another's capacity to contain your love. Love must be tempered and directed properly. Ask a parent who, in the name of love, has spoiled a child, or someone who suffocates a spouse with love and doesn't allow them any personal space. Exercise for the day. Help someone in on their terms, not yours. Apply yourself to their specific needs, even if it takes effort. That's an interesting thought. Oh, and by the way, I'm reading these meditations on the Omer from aish.com. That's AISH.com. I'll put a link to that website in the notes below in case you wanted to look into it yourself. Yeah, so an interesting thing that came to mind there. Helping someone on their terms, not yours. It reminds me of an activity that, or an aspect of a class I used to teach, where we taught active listening, and the idea would be to listen not with the desire to respond, but the desire to understand the other person on their terms, not yours. It's not an easy thing to do, to be that kind, to put your own thoughts and desire to respond and your desire to be understood to one side, to allow the other person to go first, to be the one understood, to be the one who receives your kindness on their terms. Interesting thing to think about. Anyway, so hey, happy Monday. March 29th. Oh my God, it is the 29th. This month is almost gone. And we're about into April, which is usually a very... Okay, the reason I'm struggling here is this. I have to show you. I finally completed the March socks. And I've been wearing them today because I just think they're just so freaking cute. Because they're these rainbowy socks. Yes, so I've been wearing them. They need now to be hand washed and popped into the dryer because they are super washed, so I can do that. But aren't these just super cute? Oh my God, I just love them. The yarn is Lion Brand's Mani Petty. This is the first time I've knit with it. It's really quite nice. It's no merino for that matter, but it's nice, good, sturdy 75-25 superwash wool in the colorway called Crew, which has this very sort of lots of greens in it, but of course it's has a rainbowish look to it with greens, blues, purples. Yeah, I like this. This is really pretty. I enjoyed knitting those. So yeah, so I got that done today whilst learning some things for work that I have to teach later in the week. This got done. I think I need to turn on an additional light so you can really maybe see it better. Put it back here. So, yeah, there it is. My first skein that I have dyed with professional acid dyes, using just primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. So yeah, I love how it turned out. I know if you saw the sneak peek yesterday, you saw that I like doing twisted skein dyeing. So it gives you this very a strongly variegated color. So it shouldn't pool or flash too much, but I think it's really pretty. I like how it's turned out. Um, so yeah. Oh well, I'll make it look much better later. But I just love how it turned out. I'm just so thrilled. I can't wait to start knitting with this lovely skein of this is Dyer Supplier fingering 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. I love using their stuff, but I'm actually found someone cheaper, although you can't get it in smaller bundles. I've been started going to Nomad Yarn to do a little of my, excuse me, blank yarn shopping. So that those will be, I'll start dyeing those up slowly over the next couple months. I got some of their 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend fingering weight sock yarn. Although I think at some point in March, I'm also going to pick up 10 skeins of their 100% superwash merino DK weight, because I want to do some DK knitting on some shawls, and I just don't have any DK. I can't find any DK colors that I like as I look around, or that I can afford. So that's really why I kind of got into dyeing, was the affordability of hand-dyed skeins of yarn. And now, having done hand-dyed skeins on my own, I know why they're expensive. And for every reason they should be. It's not easy to come up with colorways that are repeatable, that work, and then put them out there and sell them. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into that. So for the 25, between $25 and $35 that is charged for a lot of independent dyed skeins of yarn, they earn every penny of that. I absolutely believe that. And at some point, I'm going to start spending a lot of dollars doing that. But right now, I'm enjoying doing the dyeing side of it, and I guess experiencing the challenges and joys of that process. So I really do appreciate what all of you indie dyers out there do. If any of you watch this show, thank you for the hard work you do and the beauty that you create in the world for the rest of us to experience and enjoy. So with my socks done, I am back to knitting my shawl. I'm mid-row, so I need to finish up this row and get ready for the final relaxation before heading to bed. Yeah, so I can't think of what else to share with you tonight, other than it is a pleasure to be to share with you my knitting and fiber journey and my dyeing, and I love doing this, and I love your responses to it, your comments in the comment section. I love those things. So thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me take some time out of my day to share with you. Oh, okay, so now I'm rambling, so that kind of is a good clue that it's time to wrap up for the night. So I hope you have a lovely day, and may there be peace in your home and the fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Good night.